Welcome back to Kiki and Coffee. Enjoying some more of my delicious Komodo Dragon blend. Today we have an unboxing slash kind of review. We're just going to chillax and crack open this new Creative Beast box they got here. I'm very excited about this. One thing I love about the fact that Creative Beast Studio is using Amazon as their shipper now is that this thing came a day early. If it was FedEx, it'd be a week late. So, fuck you, FedEx. Go die in a hole, you son of a bitch. Here we are. Oh man, this is exciting. This is exciting. So, I don't know if I explicitly talked about the Tyrannosaurs that I sold in my last collection video, but I did sell my Yutyrannus. Obviously, I wanted to get the new one because this one is, well, hopefully much better. Doesn't have a couple of the stupid issues that the other one had. So yeah, I sold my other one because, God, guys, if you guys are not in on this, this is not a collection to be a hoarder on, all right? I mean, like, you're just stupid if you're hoarding these guys. Like, the original releases of these, sometimes they have cool things going for them. Other times, they have really shitty necks, like this one, that had, like, the neck is barely articulated, and literally the hood was attached to the skull. And if you just keep that one, you're like completely unaware of the fact that the aftermarket for these figures is fucking nuts. It's nuts. Aftermarket is brutal. Collectors are assholes to each other, but you gotta make it, especially when cost of living is ridiculous. So I bought the original one. I don't even think it's like $100 for whatever the original price was for this. I got it as a backer thing as well, so it was even cheaper. I sold it for $250. Used. I mean, I sold it with the box and everything, but I sold just like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Yeah, it was like 2 months ago. I sold the inferior version of this thing for $250. And then I bought this one for like, I don't even remember what it was, fucking 80 bucks, 90 bucks, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It funded the better version. And because I made so much money off of it, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get the Cyberzoic one too, because I thought it looked awesome. Now this is, it used to be my favorite dinosaur, as a lot of you guys might know, or some of my longer time fans on the channel. Yutyrannus used to be my favorite dinosaur. It's still one of my absolute favorites. Maybe like third favorite, something like that now. But also, one of my absolute favorite birds is the Stellar Sea Eagle. It was a contender for my favorite back when Yutyrannus was my favorite. So this just felt like double favorite. So I was obviously gonna get this one again. But this I think it's a blue jay. Maybe a Stellar Jay? No, I think it's just supposed to be a blue jay. Whatever. This guy is gorgeous. Maybe they're even going for a raven or something like that. I don't know. But the blue, the white, and the black is a brilliant combination. And I kept like kind of debating whether or not I wanted it. And so, you know, after I made so much money off the first one, I'm like, why not just buy both of them? Worst case scenario, if I don't want it, I can clearly sell it for more once they all out of stock. So it's a pretty safe investment. Creative Beast Studio figures, they are worth your while. Even if you don't like the thing and you want to just get rid of it and like swap it out with something else, they're a very safe investment. Their value just goes up. There's just no reason to buy them. It's not like wasting your money on some piece of shit figure like PNSO. So, you know, keep your mind open. A lot of people bitch about how expensive Creative Beast Studio figures are. Those people clearly haven't really owned them and seen the value that you get out of them. These things are like $90. You can spend the same amount of money for a static little piece of shit Giganotosaurus that comes with a bunch of stupid books and shit you're not gonna use. So, you know, just think about it. Also, a bunch of people were like talking about the, what is it, that new PNSO, it's like the last figure that they made before they like kind of fell off the face of the planet. the articulated T-Rex. That thing's like the same retail price as the 135th fucking Creative Beast Studio one. Actually, I think the Creative Beast Studio one's a little cheaper. So before you start talking about how expensive Creative Beast Studio figures are, wind your fucking neck in, especially if you're gonna fucking talk about PNSO, because I'm not gonna tolerate dumb fucks in the comment section. But anyways, I very much, obviously I'm not sponsored. I love these figures. You guys have seen I've been collecting these figures for a long time. This company just keeps getting better. So let's check them out. Let's see if this thing actually is an improvement over the original. Now the original one was very pretty, and it was serviceable. It was nice. Definitely for the time being, it was one of their best theropod figures. Until some of the later Tyrannosaurs came out in the waves after it. But its neck was definitely in need of some improvement. And I really like what I'm seeing here. I also really like that we we got rid of the old stand for it. Not a fan of those old Tyrannosaur stands. I was not a fan of them as soon as they were announced. I do admire David Silva's creativity and his boldness for trying new things. I love that innovation. But I do think it was a mistake to not provide any kind of body support system besides just the legs on the Tyrannosaurs, especially for the big Tyrannosaurus itself, which predictably became a big mistake. And I still think that's the most disappointing Creative Beast figure I've ever purchased. Was that big Tyrannosaurus. Now they're coming out with a new one that's much better articulated and has a proper stand for it. Very cool. Unfortunately, I've now come to the conclusion that I don't really think I want a T-Rex of that size in my collection, because there's just going to be so many big theropods from Creative Beast Studio that's going to be coming out. And T-Rex is cool, It's probably like my 4th favorite Tyrannosaur, but I just I need to keep some room and not just hoard everything, so I'm just gonna pass on T-Rex. T-Rex isn't that important to me. I'll just go for some of the bigger Carcharodontosaurs and the Spinosaurus that's coming out and whatnot. Those are things that are more exciting to me at the moment. But let's see here. Get these. I actually learned this little trick I'm doing right now from Chris Chaotic. They're Creative Beast Studios social media guy, basically. He's their social media personality. He does all their highlight videos and stuff. I love the dude. Is so energetic, such a great personality to have on that stuff. And I really I like that the studio can do that themselves and not have to rely on a bunch of other content creators to make the content for them, especially when it's such a fun style. It's so not sterile. There's genuinely independent personalities unassociated with any companies who are on this platform who have the driest, most sterile, most basic, most boring, most fucking vanilla ass content that you can imagine. And the company themselves are actually making more interesting videos about their figures. That says something. But let's go ahead and put together this awesome little stand here. I love these things. These things are so great. Not as big of a fan of the small ones that came with the Dilophosaurus and stuff. They definitely need bigger bases, which I think they're doing with the not Phorusrhacos, what the hell is it? Kalemkin. So they're already working on that. But what the hell? They had a production malfunction, it looks like. There's an extra piece of this little plastic stringy thing that's in here through the same little hole that just goes nowhere. Oopsie daisies, the factory made a boopsie. Alright, let's free this man. I don't see a reason that I'd ever use these standing legs, to be honest, especially with these new stands. They're just not really a good incentive. They just don't look as good. I'm sure they're a little bit more stable. Or sturdy, so there's a little less risk of, you know, loosen up joints of the other feet. But these stands are so good. I'm not worried about it. These things just need a little bit of belly support and they're good. Alright, unfortunately make sure anytime you guys are using a razor like this, make sure it is not a dull one. This isn't a dull one, but it's dull enough that it's making it a tad more dangerous. Might have to swap the other side for it, because sharper razors are always safer. You have to put less effort in to get them to do their job, and therefore you don't end up, you know, pushing too hard and then over swinging it. All right, looks like our Jehovah's Witness is about free. Yes. Very, very spiraled. Okay, come on, buddy. There you go. All right. Sweet freedom. All right, we might need to get the hairdryer out to like loosen up some stuff, but we'll see. The figure productions have been so much like better in quality and more consistent, like with like the tightness and flexibility of the joints, that like I've not often lately had to actually warm up stuff in order to get like tails on. So let's see. Yeah, it's almost there. There we go. Took a little extra effort right at the end, but it feels on there. It feels tight too. Nice. Yeah, I feel pretty confident about that. Okay. Tails on. Really pretty. I feel like the coloration, the paintwork on it looks a little better. I like the warmth to the face. There's just a lot of nice warmth around the skin. There's a lot more cool colors around the nostrils that really pop out. Just a really nice blend. And there's like a little bit more of a confident, warm, orangish kind of dry brushing over this saddle on the back and the neck. I feel like it looked a little bit more brownish on the first one. Maybe I'm wrong though. Also, I do remember the tail looking more distinctly like a different color of white than the rest of the body. The rest of the body had that kind of like warmish, brownish, orange kind of dry brushing. There's actually like a nicer gradient to it, especially along the bottom it has it. The top doesn't have it as much, but it like transitions right here, the back of the tail. So it really feels a lot more natural and more cohesive. So far, definitely looks a lot better than the previous version. Don't regret not having that one to compare it directly, because it funded both of these. Cool. Oh wow. Yeah, the hips, there's so much of a better spread on the hips. Wow, that's really good. The legs feel so much better. The head, you know, I briefly did watch the Creative Beast Studio highlight video on these. This bit of the neck right here is kind of folding in on itself just a tad and was kind of stuck there for a second. So I hope that doesn't tear. I watched the Creative Beast Studio video on this briefly, kind of skimmed through it, I think. And the neck articulation did not look impressive in that video. Now it's Definitely better than the original one. This hood is not attached to the skull. Awesome. I'm gonna be real with you though. This neck articulation kind of sucks. Now this might be a limitation of like how the sculpt is, because they basically just recut the sculpt so that it can work. There's probably just some limitations to that. They didn't like completely rework the neck, but they did make it so it actually articulates now and it has that. So it's definitely more fluid, but it's really limited. Like I have to push and kind of bend this plastic more than I want to in order to get it. Like if you get the torso in there, you can get a nice bit of fluidity, which is nice. I'll take it. I'll definitely take this over the other one. But yeah, this is definitely still quite a step below what we've been getting recently from them. This is a much older sculpt, so to be fair, you know, they didn't completely rework the sculpt, which would have made it more expensive of a process for them to make. This is definitely like, and we were waiting for just basically a neck, like a new piece, like a bonus parts, just to swap out the neck for the other one, and they decided to just remake the whole thing because like something about the way it fit on the torso or something was kind of complicated. But yeah, definitely a worthy improvement. I'm very glad I got it, especially because it paid for both of these. But paint, it looks so much better. Articulation on the legs, really good improvement. And articulation on the neck, a required improvement, but not an impressive one. So yeah, I'm not blown away with this one. But it's serviceable. Well, it's better than serviceable. It's an upgrade. It's definitely an upgrade. Don't feel like you missed out on the original one. You didn't. You just dodged a bullet. This one's much better. Let's go ahead and just clean this up a tad. I'll just leave that there. I'll get the little card off of that in a bit. Let's go ahead and open up our Cyberzoic man. Very excited to see this one in person. This one just feels like I, upgraded it. I've been doing a lot of upgrades recently in my collection. I mean, my Hiya Toys Ghidorah, or the Monsterverse Ghidorah specifically, well, just the Monsterverse Ghidorah representation in my collection in general has gone through like 3 upgrades, so, and the last of which was the original release of the Monsterverse Ghidorah to this 2.0 one, which is much better, and this is, an upgrade to my Yutyrannus, so very happy about it. I'm planning a little display with my Cryolophosaurus, this Yutyrannus, and my Arctic Dragon over in the little corner of my shelf as just like a little cryo crew, because they're all just very Arctic-y. I think that's fun. So, do that. Let's just go ahead and also cut that. Just get a nice look at it. What? There is, he is much less solid black than I was expecting, and in a very good way. Wow! There is so much blue and so much purple hidden on his face and neck and like on the lower part of his torso. That is exquisite looking. Hiya Toys exquisite basic. No, let's just, you guys can just go home. Definitely I'll build this other stand in a little bit. Let's go ahead and just get this guy out. Now, if my brains, then this should be about the same process as the other one that released him from his prison. Although these little rubber anchors, let's call them, do feel like they are coming off a lot easier on this one. That one one's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Let's just do this one, get it out of the way. I am sorry, sir. I did not mean to knock you over. Let's just get you back into your... Which, by the way, he's been just standing without a base. These new fucking Creative Beast Studio bipeds, they're just knocking it out of the park. Let me get him in a slightly more stable pose. I gotta distribute his weight a little better. There you go. Good. Almost cut myself there. Perfect example of what we were talking about. Okay, let's get... All right. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, the arms feel even more fluid on this guy right out the gate. Just kind of crazy. I also love how nothing in this tray is like tied down. It's just because it's got that cool little cover, so it's all secured in there. So I just like less of these small little tedious guys to cut out of their boxes, or cut out of their little holy mans. Let's get this one in, see if it goes in as well as the other one. There's halfway. There we go. Cool. All right, let's rip this man's legs off. Wow. The lips seal so much better on these than the original one. I did not fully appreciate that. I don't even mean this one, because this one actually had really good sealed lips too. I just mean like the original release of the Stellar Seagull colored one. These fucking legs go in so goddamn easy. It's so ridiculous. Like, you really don't need much strength to put these in. You just need to like kind of corkscrew it a little bit to help it get all the way in there. Oh my God, look at that glorious spread. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get this motherfucker up close. I don't know if this is coming across well, but holy shit, there's purple all over this guy's face. Look at that. There's blue down here, there's purple along here, there's purple here, all across the face. This beautiful gray here. Like, there's almost no solid black on this guy. There's like a little bit of solid black right here behind the eyes, and solid black across the very spine of him. And maybe, I guess, tad right here. It's a little bit more black. Yeah, no, that's pretty solid black. Everything else has shades of something in it. It looks amazing. Oh my God. And the teeth. And the purple mouth. Gorgeous. Let's see, how wide can I get this mouth actually? Because it's not opening up very wide for me at the moment. I think it's because of this neck hood thing. Yeah, I just gotta kind of push it out of the way. There we go. Now that's as wide as it opened on the original release. All right. So, massive shocker. The neck articulation is exactly the same as that one. Yeah. Fucking beautiful. This one's obviously more exciting because I haven't even seen this color scheme before in hand, you know? But goddamn, I'd be a little surprised if I end up getting rid of this one, especially anytime soon. This one, I'm gonna get a lot of enjoyment out of this one. God, it looks gorgeous. The black coloration is so cool. I love all the richness that's in this coloration. Oh, it's so... I love when Creative Beast Studio goes for really bold, like, this is really cool too. but like when they're really solid colors and they just have like little bits of detail in them, or like some little cool patterns just add to it. Like the Torosaurus is a fucking goated Creative Beast Studio figure. This one, it's just so subtle, but it just looks so beautiful. And the execution of the paintwork with all the little subtle little treats that you find all over it, it's so peak. This is really good. The paintwork on this one is phenomenal. This is definitely the highlight of these two. I mean, understandably, this is like literally, you know, what the new Yutyrannus was supposed to be, so they obviously put a lot more effort into the paintwork on this one. But yeah, this is a worthy upgrade. Really happy to still have just this Yutyrannus with the Stellar Seagull colors. Honestly, I more than ever, I can imagine myself just owning this one as my Yutyrannus figure. It looks really good. I'm actually really happy with it. Not that I didn't think I was going to be happy with it, but I wasn't expecting to be this happy with it. So yeah, I'm really satisfied. I feel happy about these, and just a really nice little haul here. A little ridiculous, you know, got 2 Yutyrannuses, but you know, it's about time that somebody besides Triceratops and Allosaurus. Oh yeah, I'm repping some Creative Beast merch right now using this awesome shirt with a synthwave sun behind the Allosaurus. Gabriel Aguedo's art of the tiger Allosaurus looks really great. But yeah, Allosaurus and obviously Triceratops have the hardest presence in hardest grip on my collection, but Yutyrannus is welcome to have more representation. The ankles on this guy seem to be a little bit more stubborn. Maybe I've also posed him just more poorly than the other one. There is definitely the possibility this is a me problem. Nah, the ankles are definitely a little looser on this guy. I mean, that will vary with productions like that, but also, you shouldn't be just relying on them standing on their own anyways. If you know, they can do it. Just like the Allosaurus, they can frickin' do this. They can stand on their own, but you should definitely just, you know, for the fact that their joints will warp over time, you know, supporting all that weight, they'll loosen. Give them a base to support them on. It's just common sense. So here we are. I'm just gonna slap a little base on him, and you know, that's not gonna be a problem anymore. Well, that's this. Thanks for joining me, guys. Please let me know how you guys feel about this kind of format. I'm just kind of chill unboxing and kind of immediate like reaction reviewing them. How do you guys feel about how much you guys can see them? Obviously, they're kind of far away from the screen, mostly just talking about them. Would you guys prefer me to have a little bit more B-roll in the videos, like put a little more effort into recording them up close? Would you guys like me to go back to kind of more of the format where I'm sitting behind the camera and looking at them? I'm looking for some input, because I'd like to come back to reviews. It's kind of tough for me to motivate myself to review a lot of stuff, because there's a lot of things that I own right now. I don't feel like I have anything really new to say, like bring to the conversation. So this felt like a really natural way for me to actually have a reason to record a video that's kind of review-esque, because, you know, it's my first reactions and stuff and I haven't sat with them yet. But there might be a figure or two that I could find an excuse to talk about, and definitely there's more figures coming up that I'm gonna be getting that I can talk about. So yeah, I really want to hear what you guys think. How do you guys feel about this? Do you guys want me to kind of do more videos in this style? Do you want me to adapt it a little bit? Do you want more footage of the up-close stuff? It might not really matter too much. If you want like really up-close footage, you can always go to a couple of the other video farms that are on YouTube that just like pump out videos constantly. I think that my main priority is the information or the opinions that I share in the video. So, but still, I want to hear what you guys want. What's the experience feel like for you guys? Let me know, and I'll take it into account for the next one that I do. But thank you guys for watching.
catch you guys in the next one.